Hey guys, so I have actually just, maybe within the last half an hour, finished collecting Unboxers costume for MCM Scotland. Um, I've been doing a bits and bats and did some of it. If you saw my last video, you would have seen it was just sort of like a standard sort of minion costume. Um, I've not done anything to the arms, boots, or feet of it. Well, the legs of it. Sorry, my motion capture keeps picking up the eye as a face for some reason. Um, so if you saw it before, you would have noticed that there's already a few little changes. I did a few things about 4 or 5 days ago, just a few little things. I'll go over them. But then last night I was up for about 3 4 hours. I was up till about 3 in the morning doing the costume because I couldn't sleep. Because when I get sort of an idea, I'll be like, oh, like I could be half asleep and be like, oh, that should be a really good idea. I can do it in the morning. Then about half an hour later, I'm like, I need to do that now, or otherwise I'm not going to sleep. So I managed to do it and went back to sleep. So I'll go over exactly what I've done to it, and I'm really happy with it. He seems happy with it. He could just be lying and saying he doesn't like it, but from what he's saying, he seems happy with it. So I'll go over exactly what's happened with it. So first of all, the goggles, the original color was this grey color, but I painted them black. I think makes the goggles stand out a bit more than the really dull grey colour that they were. I then put some red on each side to look like he's got a red costume underneath with the dungarees on top, and put little Deadpool symbols on the dungaree buttons and the front. Now to go around the back where all the fun stuff is. Yeah, this bit took me last night for a few hours. Well, I'd stuck a box in the back to make it look like a little backpack, but then I was like, what else am I going to do with this backpack? So I had the idea, I will actually cut it open. So he has some room to put like comic books and maybe a few little prints and things like that in it. I made it look like a little katana holder, so it's got obviously little handles on top, little swords underneath, and the Deadpool symbol. It took a lot longer than I was expecting it, mostly because the hot glue gun takes a little while to heat up, but then the glue's crap that we've got is really bad glue. It's like really cheap glue sticks. It was like something like 50 for like £1.50 or something. It was really cheaply made glue sticks, and they dry really fast, which is not helpful when you put them onto paper to try and glue them down. But I managed to get them to work, and then having to wait for paint to dry and things like that. I don't think there's much else that I need to do to the costume, unless there's anything significant that he wants me to do to them. He had asked if I could make these longer, but the only reason I haven't made them longer is because if I do, the costume will have to be supported like at an angle. This is the longest that they can be, so the costume can still be sat up. Because if when we transport it up to the the hostel that we're all staying at, then I don't know how we're getting a train or car. We've not decided yet. I think we could be taking the car, just because overall it's going to be cheaper for us. Because the by train for myself, our stepdad, and Hijinks, they are so to be a single on the Friday when we get up to the hostel, and then to get back on the Monday, just by trains and taxis there and back would almost be £60 £50 to £60 of taxis and trains, compared to if we got the car. The hostel do a deal where you park at one of the close parking spaces, like one of the electronic parking spaces. You check in with it. You drive up to it. You'll get a ticket obviously you'll pay for it then. But just before you pay for it, you'll go back to the hostel. They'll give you they call it a validation ticket, and for every 24 hours it will be £7 for your car, instead of, I think it's £15 that the ticket place would usually charge. So because I was looking up at actually the exact same spot, and it was nearly like £70-80 for the 3 nights the car would sit there. But with the validation ticket, it's £28 roughly. So it's a lot cheaper than the train. We would still probably take the train. Well, it depends how we feel. We could take the train in the morning, where all the other cosplayers and Comic Con goers will be doing at Central Station in the morning. It'll be £5 for all of us per day, roughly. Or we can spend 45 minutes to an hour walking to the venue. Could be good, could be fun, it could be a good vlogging thing. I am actually pretty torn with what to wear, because I went and bought my composite Superman costume. I really wanted it looked awesome. I still got it. It's arrived, but since then I have started doing the Suicide Squad Joker cosplay, which I am in love doing. So I'm doing the Joker one day, but I'm actually torn if I'm going to do Joker both days or just one day now. So I'm bringing the composite Superman cosplay anyway, just in case I want to do it, but I think I could end up just doing Joker both days. I've got my green hairspray on the way, just one can, so hopefully it should be enough. If it's not, then I'm screwed, basically. It's more just the face. That's it. I don't really well, I cosplay for a bit of the attention, because it's fun to get pointed out for it. So which makes me want to try and do composite Superman, but it's also fun just to blend in almost with the environment. I know Collecting Boxer's really excited. I don't think he's actually been to a comic convention before, or one on this scale. He was a little bit surprised when I said there's going to be close to 30,000 people over the weekend. It's now been predicted to be, I think it's 45,000 people over the course of the weekend. So yeah, it's going to be huge. It's massive anyway, so it's an absolutely huge venue. The third biggest in the UK, like third biggest comic convention in the UK, and the biggest one in Scotland. It's the third one compared to Birmingham and London. London's the biggest one, but London's huge. Look at the size of London as a city anyway, and then Birmingham's got huge venues anyway. So Scotland is the MCM Scotland's the third biggest one in the UK. So yeah, hopefully a few more people will be announced, but so far a few cool people have been announced. So I've gotten 2 pop signs so far, and I'm really excited. So yeah, that's Collecting Boxers costume so far.